You got shows, tonight, 8 o'clock, 10:30, tomorrow, 7 and 9, and then Sunday at 9 p.m. So all weekend long. Good morning to you there, Aries.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I was looking at your Twitter last night.
Yes, sir.
You were asking Atlanta for any fine gentlemen's clubs that you could hit up. Did you get the answer to that question?
Oh, well, I've been here on more than one occasion. So, Atlanta is known for big black booty strippers like New York is known for its pizza. So
that really is our MO. I had no idea.
Yes, absolutely. So I've been to a few. I just was trying to see if there was anything new and fantastic around. So I ended up going to two different ones, and it did not disappoint, man.
Can you give us a little hint where you went?
Yeah, Magic City and Blue Flame.
Well, I live a block and a half from Magic City.
Yeah.
So you should come by last night for a couple toddies.
I probably should have, especially if I knew what a toddy was.
It's a special made drink.
Okay.
That I will shake for you.
All right.
I give you what you want. I've got a lot of liquor because I used to own a bar, so I got leftover liquor.
Okay, that could have fit the occasion then.
So let me ask you this, because this is what I was wondering. Do you put that out? Look, you're Aries Spears. You know a lot of people. I mean, you hang with celebrities. You got celebrities, you're texting back and forth all the time. So is that kind of a feeler tweet that you put out? It's like, letting people know that you'll be in town for a couple days and people that you might not hang out with all that much. It's like, hey, hook it up because Aries Spears is coming in. Is that what it is?
It's like fishing, You
never know what you're going to catch.
Exactly. You throw it out there and hope you can reel in a big catch. So
how was fishing last night?
It was excellent. It did not disappoint. Not to say that there aren't. I mean, obviously there are black strip clubs all throughout the country, but like I said, Atlanta is known, especially in the black community, for that. So I feel like if I'm gonna come to town only once a year, I got to take part in the delicacy.
So when in your home base is New York, right?
I'm from New York, but my home base is L.A.
Okay, so you're out. Yeah. You're out in L.A. So you when you say you're coming to the South, which you have been to Atlanta numerous times, you get excited when you're booked like at the Uptown Comedy Club because you're going into, as you referred to, the big booty black strip clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah.
Just trying to understand.
Yes.
That's cool. Have you tried the skinny white butts at the Pink Pony?
I get that all day in L.A. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. When I come to Atlanta, this is a special occasion. You break out the fine china.
I didn't know if you liked
I come to the table with an ascot on and a cigarette with a cigarette holder. It's special. I'm Hugh Hefner.
What do you think about the women now, just to finish this up, that are getting nude in front of us with all the tatting? Is it too much tattooing right now? Do you think we need?
It doesn't bother me.
See, I kind of dig it too. Would you want your wife to have them?
As long as it's not ridiculous. What's unsexy to me is women that do nudes pregnant. Come on, man. I get it, the beauty of motherhood, but knock it off.
Demi Moore started this crap, I think, and
it's horrific. It's horrendous.
Although some strip clubs will let girls work into the third.
If your belly is bigger than your breast, I have no interest.
when you're doing paper airplanes with dollar bills and it's bouncing off your belly button.
Absolutely. I know. I get it. Motherhood, beautiful thing, but it don't go with my Woody.
Does it bother you when you go to a strip club and they have a full buffet and you have a girl nude that's putting together a roast beef sandwich?
Again, I think food.
God, that hurt me.
Food and sex are two different extreme pleasures that should not be mixed.
You don't eat food off of somebody in the bedroom. I've never done it.
I can't eat clam and watch it at the same time.
Questions here for Aries Spears. Okay, so we were just talking about the other day. I read the story. Of course, you were part of the run for MadTV, which I highly enjoyed. Before I ask you about the MadTV and the reboot of it, let me bring up one of the best. And MadTV was always kind of, I think, tell me if I'm off here, kind of accused of being like the redheaded stepchild of SNL.
Absolutely.
But one of the best skits for any sketch comedy show was, and I forget his name, I want to say, was it Michael McDonald that did the Iraq-Iran skit where he dressed up like Steve Jobs and he had Iraq and it was Iraq and it was the
that might have been the far later years where I wasn't there, because this is my first time hearing that.
Oh, it was, if you Google
it, I've never seen it either.
For MadTV fans that know what I'm talking about, please get me on course here.
Iraq-Iran,
and it was a subliminal comedy sketch on the situation, the political situation, but it was a Steve Jobs sketch. It was an Apple sketch. It was really absolutely brilliant. With that being said, bringing back MadTV, have they approached you?
Yeah, they have. It seems like it's the thing that won't go away, backed by popular demand. I mean, the show had its run, and it was the only show other than SNL to have that kind of longevity.
And you ran a lot of episodes, man.
Yeah, I did 8 years.
8 years is a long time.
Yeah,
on a show.
man. So it's a good thing, man. The people seem to still have a soft spot for it, and at the end of the day, it's a check. So I'll take it.
Yeah. It is like that, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
It's a lot like that.
Yeah, it's TV, it's exposure,
you're paying?
It's a check, and so it's all good, man.
Well, it's, there was a lot of, I guess, people that audition for SNL that didn't get SNL that went to MadTV. Some comedians that had great opportunities with MadTV and dropped the ball. Did you ever audition for SNL?
No, I didn't. I got on MadTV when I was 22 years old, and I had been in California probably 4 years prior to that. So I never got a chance to really do the SNL thing. So my career kind of took its own path really early. And like I said, once I got on the show, I was there for 8 years. So, no, I never got that chance, man. I would have loved that opportunity because, it's SNL.
Yeah, sure.
But, again, MadTV was its own staple and, carved its own niche. So, can't be mad at that either.
How were you discovered, Aries? Were you just out in clubs? Because I know you started at a young age, like 14 years old, doing stand-up. But is that how, once you got out to L.A. for those 4 years, you were just doing the clubs? And did somebody walk up to you and go, hey, I want you to try out, or hey, I want to put you on MadTV?
Back then, networks were known for giving away, holding deals. So they would literally give you a ton of money to take you off the market for the entire year. So I moved out to California when I was 17. So for my first 4 years, I was just locked up with deal after deal after deal. I made a ton of money. I probably made over $1 million with nothing to show for it, television-wise. So long story short, I had been to every single network as the hot new young kid in town, and after a certain minute it was like, all right, man, I made some money, so now I got to show something. So it just happened that Fox was my last deal and my last situation, and prior to MadTV I did a pilot for Aaron Spelling, who at that time had two of the hottest shows on TV, Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place. And when that didn't pan out, the president of Fox just went, look, I'm a fan of yours, I want to do something with you. MadTV wanted me the first year they came out, but I couldn't do it because I was locked in a deal, and I just ended up being put on that show finally, and the rest was kind of history,
Good, man.
What was your biggest pop, Aries? Was it the Jerry Maguire role?
Because I was going to say
but Jerry Maguire really didn't do for me what I think it did for a lot of people. My biggest, I guess, first big break was Def Comedy Jam. I did that when I was 16 years old with Martin Lawrence. I made my debut on that at 16, and then the next year I did Showtime at the Apollo when I was 17. So those were kind of my two first big TV breaks.
You win that crowd over, you win anybody over.
Yeah, because they'll boo you. They don't care how young you are, what your situation is.
They'll make you cry.
Oh,
Apollo,
absolutely. Yeah, they'll kill your confidence, man.
Is that the hardest audience?
Black people in general are hard. First of all, we paid to get in the club, and you forced us to buy 2 drinks.
And the drinks are too expensive.
Yeah, we want results. So, we treat comedy like a buffet. Next. White people are polite. If you bombing, they'll sit there and understand. Black people, we mad, we paid, and then you got some dude who realized on his first date he ain't getting no noochie at the end of the night, so he looking at you like, yeah, man, make me laugh, Every black person is Simon Cowell.
And I think white people walk in there and go, I just want to laugh. I just want to laugh at anything.
But again, even if you don't make white people laugh, you guys are polite. Black people let you know it.
White people go out for date nights.
Yeah, man. Black folks, we pay money. We want results.
Comedy's secondary for going to a comedy club for white people. It's date night, right?
Exactly.
And since Bailey brought it up real quick, I just want to know, when you do these movies, and you've done many, do you get a check for Jerry Maguire every time that damn thing runs? How does that work?
Yeah, every now and then I get a check in the mail.
How much? That's what I want to know, because I know it's not all the time.
The longer it goes, the year after year, it gets less and less. But
What's the average check?
When it first started, probably a couple $1,000
every time.
Yeah,
every time it played.
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah,
I just want to hold you. Why? How much you get now?
Now it's probably down to a couple hundred
every time it plays.
Yeah.
So I just participated the other day.
Same here. I just want to say I just made you money.
$100 I'd put in Aries Spears' pockets.
I watched the hell out of it.
What a great question. All right. Hang out for a little bit longer?
Absolutely.
Please.
Thank you.
Uptown Comedy Club tonight, 8, 10:30. Tomorrow, 7, 9. Sunday, 9. UptownComedy.net. You can grab tickets there, ticketfly.com. It is the awesome, extremely talented, very funny Aries Spears in studio with us, and he's going to hang around for a little bit. Bailey and Southside Rock, 100.5. Aries Spears in studio with us, Uptown Comedy Club. Go see him either tonight, 8, 10:30, tomorrow, 7, 9, Sunday, 9 p.m., ticketfly.com, and uptowncomedy.net. Throughout your career, obviously, people know Aries for all the different impersonations and what and so forth, but you do a great Shaq, and I'm sure you well know Shaq, one of his houses. He lives here, and he does a show right down the hall. What's that?
Does he still live here?
Yeah, man. He lives here, and he does his podcast out of here down the hall.
Does he really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man.
You might want to come back later this afternoon and pop in there and
say Shaq.
Do a Shaq on Shaq.
Yeah.
I was watching a clip of you doing stand-up where Shaq was in the audience, and
that was hilarious.
And Nelly, I think, walks in, and you did Barkley, and you're talking about how Shaq, and Nelly, they just don't speak right, and you got to speak properly, and it takes them 2 weeks to get an answer out.
And you do Shaq's eyes. God.
Talks real slow. And I was at Kobe's last game. It's phenomenal player. I told him get 50, he got 60. So we buried the hatchet. We're still, we're great friends, but the league's gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him, and he was a big part of the league.
And that's
eyes. I love the eyes.
That's an entire podcast right there.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
With the impressions that you do, because most of them are black celebrities, except for the, like a Sylvester.
I love how you put the emphasis on black. Like that felt a little hurtful.
You know what?
He said black celebrities.
Bailey's got a problem. No, it feels like he has a problem with black.
I know, man. I heard him punch the word
where I
black
live?
for a second, man.
I live in Magic City.
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
cool with blacks. What's your problem, Bailey?
Thank you, man.
I have no problem.
No, it sounds like it.
Making me feel uncomfortable.
You're looking at a man because he's black, thinking he could only do black voices. I know for a fact you do a great Robert De Niro. Al Pacino.
It's more caricature-y. Al Pacino more so, than De Niro. De Niro, I just make that face that everybody makes.
Yeah, and you do Stallone and Arnold and all these guys. But my question is like, okay, so every Halloween you see a white person dress up as a black celebrity, and they get heat for it. Vice versa, right? For the most part, mostly the white people dress up.
Well, mostly because they're in blackface.
Right, but okay. If they're not, if there's no malice behind it, if you do.
Not a costume you want to wear.
If you do an impersonation of a white person,
right?
Do people come at you and go, "You're being racist"? Of
course not.
Okay, what if a white person does an impersonation of a black guy?
It has to be tastefully done. Case in point, Frank Caliendo, who's one of the greatest impressionists of all time, at one point he did it when he was with Fox TV for doing the NFL every Sunday. He did an impression of James Brown, the sports commentator.
Yeah,
and he actually did kind of like an Eddie Murphy Nutty Professor thing, where he did Howie Long, James Brown, Terry Bradshaw, and that whole group. And the way that it was done, the makeup artist who did it for him was the same makeup artist for MadTV, who's won Emmys for makeup. I mean, it was like the clumps. I mean, he had brown skin, the hair, the way he looked, you couldn't tell it was a white dude. I mean, he really looked like James Brown, like a black man.
That's awesome.
And he didn't get any heat for it.
No, because funny is money, man. At the end of the day, if it's funny and it's done tastefully, you can get away with anything.
So it's the disrespect is the problem.
Yeah, when you got the blackface just on your nose and kind of around your eyes, but the rest of your face is white, and you talk like, that right, and you do the stereotypical.
The go-to white guy does a black guy voice.
Then people might have
Bailey
a problem
did
with
that
it.
last year for our Halloween party. He came as Martin. And I'm like, you got no business, dude.
Martin Luther King?
Not even the king. Just Martin.
Just Martin.
Just a black dude named Martin.
He didn't even, just Martin.
It's a little Lawrence, little King.
Lawrence,
I got
King,
you.
just Lawrence.
I got you.
Okay, so you're going around. You're doing your stand up like here in Atlanta at the Uptown Comedy Club.
And speaking of which, you know, for the white patrons out there who have never been, or what you think you know, yes, Uptown is an urban club. Please don't be afraid to come out. I have a white feature and a white host, so I'm doing what I can to make you guys feel comfortable. And so it's not going to be the Def Jam show. So please, and white people, I know at the end of the day, you guys aren't scared. You own the building. You know, you own the land, so you know your place in life.
I don't see. This is new to me. This is interesting to me because I'm an Aries Spears fan.
Because if black people go somewhere, we don't see enough of us. We feel like we ain't meant to be there. But you guys own the land, so you know your position.
I don't see like are you looked at as like a strictly black comedy?
No, I'm not.
I don't see that.
You might not see that, but you'll see a lot of people that look like me at Uptown.
Yeah,
so that might be intimidating.
I've been to Uptown, and you're right. And I'm just going to say, as if you don't mind me speaking to the white people on your behalf for the moment, just being
like my attorney.
Southside, yes. Let me tell you, safe. It's very safe. It's very fun, and they have other liquors other than cognac. You're going to have a blast.
Trust me, it is not just Hennessy.
It is not just Hennessy.
They have Jaeger
and Jack Daniels and Fireball.
Yes.
It's all there.
Yes.
They have Hypnotic.
I don't know. Nobody really.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
do they?
Yeah.
I don't like to drink that.
That's for the women. That's for the women.
Yeah. I'm like, don't you hate though? I don't like carrying a girl out of a club. I'm like, what am I going to do with her? She's passed out. I'm like, she's with me.
I don't mind it if I'm gonna score at the end of it.
Can you do that? I had a girl pass out one time from drinking. We've been drinking a lot, and I'm like, I'm just
sex
about.
is awesome.
Really?
Hold on. What did you call it?
Cosby sex.
Cosby sex. Okay. Bill, God bless him. I mean, yeah, because you're in that situation. You're like, man, I'm almost there.
Right.
She's out. But she was into it when she was conscious.
You know, if she's not awake to say no, that really means yes, you see.
That was the unseen comedy Cosby special. The one that was the pilot.
Listen, man, I didn't want to believe it either. I mean,
I know.
The first 84 women, I went, no way.
No.
But then by the time it got to 92, I said something's up.
You're like, there's no way they're lying.
Who was the comic that outed him? It was
Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, Hannibal.
Oh, he's in town, actually. He's in Savannah right now.
Yeah, the hell
really?
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He calls me the Cosby Show. I enjoyed the Cosby Show. I am pissed.
Oh, that's right. He was the one that started this whole thing.
Yeah, man.
Was he not?
But now I think everybody's kind of followed suit, so.
Yeah.
I
think it's over for Bill.
What it be.
You're like, well, how much that man worth, Mel?
But, look, he's 108. What are you going to do? Lock him up? He's going to be dead soon.
Give me some of that Jell-O pudding back. You married?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
No.
So
you date a lot?
I made that mistake.
So you're never getgetting married again?
No.
You're done.
I got no more ass rape for me.
So, in more ways than one. So being Aries Spears, traveling around the country, having all the fans that you do, I mean, this is fishing with dynamite.
A little bit, but you live and you learn. So I learned from that mistake, and I just it's better to just pay straight out for it.
Yeah, but are you? What I'm talking about? Are you worried, like when you go around and you pick up groupies, that they're gonna TMZ you?
You always got to worry about something like that, but that's like anything else in life. You walk out of your door, we get in a car accident, get hit by a truck, struck by lightning, anything can happen.
Do you have them sign it?
I think like Aries, and I'm a Pisces, and I think like Aries.
There we go.
This is awesome, but you know what? He's right, and especially as a comedian, who gives a damn who's filming me?
The older you get, the less and less you care.
Yeah, you're like, you want to film me with this chick?
Yeah, man.
She's 19 years old. Guess what? She's legal. We're not going in a bar. We're going to a movie theater, and I'm hitting it.
Yeah,
I'm hitting it good.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Don't you think that, you should have them sign like an NDA, like a non-disclosure? I mean, if you go into a hotel, aren't you worried? I'd be terrified all the money you got.
I don't think I'm big enough for that yet. You know what I mean? I'm okay, but
have you seen yourself in Jerry Maguire?
Yeah, but that's just it. That was so long ago, man, and even then it was a snippet of a part.
Yeah, it was a good part.
It was a great part.
Yeah, but Kevin Hart is the rock star right now. So until I get to that level, I think I'm kind of just flying under the radar.
How does that work? How does Kevin get the big? I mean, he's like now he's a comedy duo with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and they do pretty well together. It took a while for Kevin to grow on me personally.
Really, I don't get that because Kevin he's funny as hell.
He's a funny dude, man.
Yeah.
Listen, comedy is subjective, man. So
I guess
what's gold for one person may be trash to someone else. And I've heard a lot of people say that they don't think Kevin's funny at all, but the numbers don't lie. why.
No.
And what he's doing at the box office and what he's doing in stadiums, he's funny to somebody.
He seems nice, too.
He's a nice dude, man. He's a good guy, man. Good guy.
The thing about Kevin Hart that turned me as a fan to him is he seems like he's passionate about what he does, that he enjoys what he does, and I believe him when he does the some guys travel around and they do the stuff, you just don't believe them.
Well, it's easy to enjoy what you do when you're making that kind of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think deep down inside, we all have a deep passion and enjoyment for what we do. But at the same time, it's like, this business, you take knocks in this game.
Yeah.
And sometimes those knocks get to you, and it can take the wind out of your sails.
Yeah.
There are days when, for me, 90% of the time, I love what I do. But then there are times when it's a job, man. Like when I come do radio, if the hosts know what they're doing and they on their A game, this is fun. But I've done interviews with guys that don't know what they're doing.
How we doing?
And it's a job.
Can you rate us on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, you guys are definitely bangable.
Yes. Would you hit this? You would hit this? Would you do us sober?
I would carry you out the club.
I love Aries. I love Aries.
Don't get on my mousetrap,
Oh, I'm
Steve.
sorry. Yeah, and my boy's in here in flops. If he loses a toe over one of your damn mousetraps,
I'm gonna be careful, man.
Okay.
That's such a white guy thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So white
You
guy.
guys like pain, man.
Do you want to watch this? Do you want to stay here and watch this, or do you have to go?
If you gotta go,
What's the schedule?
You got to go? You got to go.
Yeah, I think I might have to run, man.
You're going to miss
30
white
minutes.
people running around in mousetraps.
No, trust me. Between MTV's ridiculousness and MTV's jackass, I'm educated on you.
We'll tweet you the video. Just promise you'll retweet
Yeah, absolutely.
it. Okay.
Absolutely.
yeah, we're Jack Redick today.
There it is.
We
man.
are Jack Redick.
Jack
And
Redick.
real quick, man, on all my fans out there, please follow me on Twitter
Please.
at Aries Spears. And also you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Aries Spears. Hit the subscribe button. I got 2 baby mothers. These bitches is killing me. Help me get paid. And my Pandora under Aries Spears, which is absolutely free.
And I'm
Dude,
sure
you're funny as hell, brother.
Thank you, brother.
You can get all that information on the website, ariesspears.com. Please go out and see him at the Uptown Comedy Club. White people, welcome.
Hell yes.
8 and 10:30 tonight, tomorrow 7 and 9, and then Sunday 9 o'clock, ticketfly.com, uptowncomedy.net. I got to tell you, man, it was so cool having you in studio.
Oh,
bro.
thank you for having
Appreciate
me, man.
your time.
Please, white folks, come out to the slave quarters.
I was one of 30 white people when I was there. It's really a great club. I'm telling you, people.
It's the Plantation Comedy Club.
There it is, man.
All right, Aries Spears, thank you very much. We'll tell you where we're at with the Twitter poll, who you want to see in the mousetrap floor of hell next to suffer like our Braves are, 0-9.
Damn.
You guys are weird if you want to see me in my underwear. Something's wrong with you people that are listening to this
I just want
show.
to see how big it is.